guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. So today's video is going to be something a little bit different than I usually do on this channel. Usually I stick to beauty related videos, but today I decided to switch things up to do a sort of tour of my makeup, how I organize my makeup, also how I organize my wardrobe and accessories, etc. So yeah, that's the video that I'm going to be doing today. I quickly wanted to do a disclaimer. I don't have an extravagant collection and I don't have any amazing organizational storage tips. We're currently living in a townhome and me and my husband are kind of on a budget, so we haven't went out and bought any new furniture. So what you're gonna see in today's video is very simple and kind of me making do with what I have. So yeah, having said that, if you're still interested in seeing how I organize my wardrobe and makeup collection, then just keep watching. Okay, so real quickly, I'm going to start off showing you guys my makeup collection and kind of my YouTube filming setup situation. I'm going to show you guys what I use to mount my camera. And yes, I do film on my phone. This is just the regular iPhone, I think it's a 6 Plus. So I just shoot in 1080p and I believe it's like 30 frames per second, and it gives me a pretty good quality. So here is my little vanity, and what I did is I took this little $3 toilet dispenser roll. I think I got it from Walmart, and I just kind of hook that on to the back of my little vanity mirror, and it kind of rests on top of my ring light, and then that's where I put my phone, and I kind of lay my phone at an angle facing down, and that is my little makeshift tripod. And then when I'm sitting down, I can always see myself in a monitor of sorts. I have this little cheap mirror from Walmart, and I just kind of place it next to my vanity at an angle, and then I can look over in this direction, and then usually right over here I can see the reflection on my camera, and that's kind of my little monitor, so I know if I'm in the shot, and I know how close to stick products to my camera where the camera will focus without it being out of frame. And because my ring light kind of covers the mirror that came with my vanity, I go ahead and use this mirror, which actually works out pretty great because with this mirror I can adjust it. I can bring it as close to me as possible, especially when I'm, working on really detailed makeup look. This is what my background consists of. I just picked up a white linen curtain from Walmart, and it's just a panel. And then I also picked up a white, I don't know what material this is, but it's the see-through curtain material. And then I ordered these lights off of Amazon, and I just kind of draped them down. And as you can see, it just kind of plugs in to the wall over there. So here's the back. This is just a regular stand for hanging clothes. I used to use this rack to hang dry some of my clothes, but now I just kind of draped my little background. As far as my makeup storage, here's what I keep on my vanity. So I have this little clear acrylic dispenser. I found this from Walmart. So on this side, I just have some concealers, all my concealers. I have my eyebrow gel, and then on this panel right here I have all my liquid eyeliners, my brow pencils, and then some regular pencil eyeliners. This is just my random pair of lashes up there, and then here towards the middle I have most of my blushes, my bronzers, my highlighters, and then my little concealer palette. And then on the right side, I have all my liquid lipsticks here in the back, and they're very easily accessible, and I can see the color very well. And then in front of that, I have just like my regular lipsticks. So liquid lipsticks in the back, and then regular lipsticks in the front, and then my 2 tubes of mascara. I like to keep them in with my lipsticks. So that's this first little plastic dispenser. And then moving on to this side, this was another Walmart purchase, and I really liked the way it looked. As you can tell, it's actually a dispenser for like memos, for a memo pad, but I liked the way it looked, and it was a hard acrylic. So here I have my foundations and my primers and my setting spray, which used to fit in here, but now it doesn't fit anymore. And then here by its lonesome is my setting powder, because I really don't have anywhere to store that right now. And then moving on to the side, this is just a little stackable. That's a part of my wardrobe. But then on the top, here's another hard, clear acrylic organizer from Walmart. And in the back, it has like little bumps down here, which is perfect for standing up my palettes. So here are my eyeshadow palettes, and then this is a blush and highlighter palette. And this is a highlighter and bronzer palette, but for the most part it is for my eyeshadow palettes there in the back. And then in the front left are all my eyelashes, my pairs of lashes. And then here on the side are just my little glitters that I use for special occasions. And then my really small beauty buds, a sharpener, and then this is kind of like a little miscellaneous zone for really small blushes. And then here's my eyelash glue, and again just like kind of a little catch-all for things that are too small to put in my other organizer. And these are like little samples of eyeshadows slash blushes. And then moving on to the left side, I have all my brushes. Believe it or not, I had more brushes, but I went through and threw away a bunch of old ones. I'm sorry that they're really dirty right now, but in this first organizer, I have all my smaller brushes. So my eyeshadow brushes, my foundation brushes, etc. And then in the back one are my bigger brushes. So my contour, highlighting, foundation, bronzing, blush brushes. That's all in there, and I figured it's just really easy to keep them organized that way. And then this big kabuki brush, it's not very long, so it kind of stands by itself. And then here in this little part, I don't know what this is called, but it's perfect for catching everything that either needs to lay down. Like for example, this primer won't dispense unless it's laying down. Same with this primer, because it's getting down to almost nothing. So I like to keep those laying down. That way I can easily access them. And then my beauty sponges, I like to leave them out so they can air dry really fast, because I found that if I store them in a really tight space, they don't dry as fast, and then they just kind of smell weird. So I like to leave them out and air dry. And then this is just another primer that's there for some reason. And that is it for makeup. As you can see, nothing super extravagant. That's all my makeup. And that is how I organize it. Eventually I want to spend a little bit more money on those really nice acrylic organizers, and I'll probably order them off Amazon, but for now this will have to do. Going over to my wardrobe, I was lucky enough to get 2 closets in this room. They are not connected. There's just one little closet here and then one little closet on this side. So as you can see on the left side, I have all my clothes, and they are sorted by color because that's just a personal preference. That's how I like to sort everything. So I have my whites on this side, my grays, my olives and greens, and then all my blacks, or black and whites right there. And that's the closet that they stay in. And then on this side, I have all of my colors. So I have my denims and my navies and my blues, and then my blushes and my pinks and my tans and beiges, mustard. I need to add a little bit more mustard. And then my corals, and then my reds, my pinks and fuchsias, and then way in the back are my burgundies, which you can't really see, they look black, but that is the color that I use. And as you can see, I don't have any purple, so I definitely have to add that to my collection. On the door right here, as you can see, it's very crowded. I need to actually pick up another one of those scarf racks. I got that little purple scarf rack. I don't know how well you can see it, but it just attaches to the back of the door. I think I picked it up from like Dollar General or something, so it was really cheap, but I've used it for forever. And then here I have all my fall scarves. So I like to put all my blanket scarves on the bottom, and then my lighter, like floral, lightweight scarves on the top. So that's just how that's stored. And then also on the back of the door, usually when I pick out my outfit for the next day, I just hang it there on the back and then leave the door kind of closed. And then that way, when I go to get ready in the morning, it saves me a lot of time, and I just hang everything in one spot. This is how I currently store my shoes. As you can see, I have my fun flats on the top, and then my heels in the middle, and then my booties towards the bottom, and then my one pair of sneakers, and then my duck boots there on the bottom, and then on the left are my rain boots, and then on the right are my riding boots. And that is how I organize my shoes. Those are all my shoes, believe it or not. Everyone seems to think I have more pairs of shoes than this, and I think I have quite a lot, but that's really all of it right there in one spot. And then down here is my little white carpet. It's the one that I use to take my outfit layout pictures on Instagram, so that might look a little bit familiar to you. So yeah, that is how I store my clothes and my shoes and my scarves. This little corner right here, this is just an old desk, but first of all, this is like my only hat in my collection. I definitely need to add to my collection, but this is just a little thumbtack on the wall, and that's where I put my hat. So at the top of my desk, I have all my larger purses, all my totes and handbags, and then right below it, on kind of like the little cubby holes, I have my clutches on this side. And on this side, I have my crossbody saddlebag purses and these little dividers. As you can tell, I'm not an avid perfume collector. I have a really sensitive nose, so I'm very picky on the scents. So I just have these three right here. Right below that is some of my nail polishes. That's not all of my nail polishes. Most of them are downstairs because when I paint my nails, I'm usually like watching Netflix on the couch or something. And then right below that, I have my watches here on the right. All my bracelets are in this little, and some earrings are in this little jewelry box. This stand I've had for forever, and I love using it for my necklaces. This was from IKEA from a very long time ago. I think I was still in high school. So it's kind of like a little tree, for lack of a better word, and then I just hang all my necklaces on there, and it's really it's a game of balance because all my necklaces are really heavy, so I just have to place them perfectly and then it doesn't tip over or fall over. But I really like it. It's the perfect little display. I know there's a ton of other options you can use for necklaces, especially if you're like me and you have a ton of heavy statement necklaces. But again, I got this from IKEA and I've been using it for the past 10 years, and I'm probably going to keep using it till it breaks or something. And then behind that is just a little jewelry box. I don't really have anything in there right now. There's some polishes for my hunter boots, and then this is kind of a miscellaneous corner, just kind of like a little catch-all. There's some of my little headbands that I use. You guys might recognize it from my YouTube channel. But that's really it. Those are all my accessories on that side, and my clothes are on that side, and here's my vanity right here by the window. Okay guys, that was the grand tour of my little beauty and wardrobe room, whatever you want to call it. I hope that you enjoyed this video and that you possibly got some helpful tips and tricks. If you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and maybe comment down below if you have more ideas for me. I would love to check that out. As always, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of the day or night, whatever time it is for you, and I'll see you right back here on my next video. Bye.